friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listener review. And, I'm about to babble about something I've really never babbled about before. But before I get into that, I want to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to Kids Music Alive, because it's kind of what I do. I babble about music that I love and bands that I've enjoyed throughout my life and what they're up to now. And then hopefully people comment and say that it was the best review they've ever heard, but that doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. This is one I was really not planning on even buying, and definitely was not planning on doing a review of, but I kind of had to, even though I really am not versed enough to do anything on this guy. But I'm talking about Paul McCartney, or should I say Sir Paul McCartney, and his brand new album called The Boys of Dungeon Lane. And I like Paul McCartney. I like the Beatles. I'm not like a diehard fan, so that's why I say I'm probably not like the most well-versed person to do this. But I saw that Andrew Watt was producing this album, and I like what Andrew Watt has done with older artists like Ozzy and Elton John and Stones, I believe, and that kind of drew me to it. I actually knew that he played with Glenn Hughes and that California Breed, so I really liked his stuff he had done there. So I've seen reviews go both ways. I've seen people saying that they like his stuff and they hate his stuff, but I like when people, especially when artists experiment and try new things, and I think it's worked. I try to do this stuff with the music I'm working on, and so that's kind of drew me into this. I didn't know what really to expect for this, because I honestly haven't bought a Paul McCartney album since Flaming Pie. So if that tells you anything, it's not an artist I've kept up with. No real reason. It's just there's so much music out there. I'm just drawn to different things other than Paul, and I just haven't. I've got a lot of the early stuff. I actually got a lot of the Ringo Starr. I listened to a lot of Beatles album ever made. For whatever reason, I haven't really kept up. I got one of the most recent reissues of Wings, however. I did really like that. So, no, he's just got so much music. I think this is like 20-some albums in there now, so I just kind of have lost track. But I put this in really not knowing what to expect. And the funny thing is, I actually just watched a video of him explaining his meeting with Andrew Watt, Paul's meeting with Andrew Watt, and how they started writing the album. I guess Andrew was showing Paul an interesting chord that was really weird, and Paul played it, had a weird tuning and stuff, and he changed it a little bit, and they changed it again, and he came up with this cool little 3-chord pattern, and they thought, well, that's going to work, so we'll start writing a song, and that's how the first song was written, and it's an interesting song. That being said, it kicked in with typical Paul McCartney sounding vocal, which is good, but then it turned into and it was kind of mellow, and then it turned into a rock track right off the start, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And one thing I did notice, because I was really listening for production, because that's one thing that drew me to this, was I was wondering what the production was going to sound like, and it carried pretty much the same style of production throughout the whole album. It didn't switch much stuff up. He seems to have gravitated towards vintage sounding instruments, or more raw sound. This isn't really highly polished at all, as far as multiple layers and multiple tracks of instruments. He kept everything really raw. In fact, there's a couple songs on here that are just acoustic guitar and singing, and it was very. I didn't know what to expect, because I know some people think he uses too much, especially in the vocals, too much melodyne or auto-tune or whatever. I didn't really pick up on it very much. He does use a lot of compression, I noticed that, but not anything that seemed like out of whack. And if he did, then he masked it very well. Paul sounds great. He's 83 years old, and he sounds amazing singing on this album. He went for some really powerful notes and some powerful vocals on here, and it just sounds great. And I really like the songs. The songs had more of a raw or rootsier feel. Like I said, the production wasn't overdone, so they sounded like just kind of mostly mid-tempo, raw rock sounds. He did go for some freaking dying. This cold's been kicking my butt here, so I'm trying not to hack and cough in people's ears. But he had more of acoustic piano type songs, and like Days We Left Behind, Down South. He had a cool, like, little acoustic strumming thing on it, where it's kind of, I believe he's talking about, his old days with his Beatles bandmates here. And the duet with Ringo Starr, I actually really enjoyed that much. When I was listening to it, I didn't realize that there was a duet on here. I just kind of got the CD last minute, threw it in, and didn't realize Ringo was going to be on here. And he duets on that one, and it was a fun little song. I mean, for me, it was enjoyable listening to. And I guess Ringo plays tambourine in a couple other songs. I didn't look to see which two of those were. Sorry, but they're in there. And then, like, Mountaintop on here had a little trippier feel. It gave me a kind of a Sgt. Pepper's type feel. It had some harpsichord and stuff going on in there, which I thought was cool. They threw that in there, kind of gave it that nod to his older days, and I really enjoyed that. It did end with a couple songs. Salesman Saint, which I guess was about ode to his dad or something, and then the last song on here, what the heck was it called? I always do this. I put things down out of reach of my hands, so I have no idea what things are, and I think I'm going to remember the stuff. Only Mama Knows. Here it is. Didn't care for those two. The last two songs were just kind of for me, but the rest of the album I actually really enjoyed way more than I thought it was going to. It makes me kind of want to go out and get the rest of his catalog at this point. I know there's a lot of stuff he's done in between Flaming Pie and now that I've missed out on. So this is one of those albums for me. It just made me, and I love it when albums do this, it made me want to go get more stuff, or sometimes if I already have the albums, it makes me want to go back and listen to that earlier stuff that I haven't listened to in a long time. That's what this made me want to do. I really like this album, like, way more than I expected. Like I said, it kind of bums me out that I've maybe missed out on some stuff over these past few years, but I still got plenty of time to catch up on it. It gives me a goal and something excited to go out and get. So, if you're in the same boat as me, you've been ignoring Paul for a few years, I think you're probably going to like this album. I already checked out a couple reviews on this when I saw Andrew Watt was playing on it. I just wanted to look and see what, I actually wanted to look and see who else was playing on the album, and instead I started reading reviews, which I should never do. And there was both ends of the spectrum on this. People loved it, some people hated it. I just don't know in the fresh mind. I had no preconceived notions whatsoever. I actually put it in my car, started driving around, and just loved every single song on here except the last couple, like I mentioned, but really love this album. So, maybe you're in the same boat as I was, and if you are, I think you're really going to like this album. If you have preconceived notions of what it's going to sound like, you might want to get those right out of your head. Just enjoy Paul. It's Paul writing Paul songs, experimenting with new things. At this stage in his career, he could do whatever he wants, and he's still trying to experiment and do different things. I think that's great. I hope I'm as inspired when I'm that age. I sometimes struggle at this point in my life, so that could have retired years ago and said, I've made all the music I want to make and just sit back and do whatever he wanted. Not do that and still keep creating. Just because they love music so much is really inspiring. So anyway, I'm going to end on that. And, till next week, we'll see you.